Welcome to Kumul Online Classes. In the last class, we completed the synopsis of the work power energy. Today, we are going to solve the numericals of work power energy. So here, if any problems are related with the direct formula substitution, that type of problems I am leaving. Only important applications only we are going to solve today, because so many number of problems are given in the class exercise. So due to the time factor, we are solving the main important questions only. Now, coming to the problem number 13. Problem number 13. A uniform chain has a mass capital M and a length L respectively. It is lying on a smooth horizontal table with half of the length will be hanging vertically downwards. Half of the length will be hanging vertically downwards. The work done in pulling the chain up the table is. Already this type of application we discussed. Problem number 13. So there you wrote the formula work done to pull the chain onto the table will be given by work done is equal to mgl by 2n square. How we will get the n? There you told 1 by nth part of the chain will be hanging, so that you wrote the hanging part of the chain length is equal to small l is equal to 1 by n into capital L. 1 by n into capital L. Here they told half of the length of the chain will be hanging, so that length of the hanging part is equal to L by 2. 1 by n into L. L getting cancelled. N value is equal to what? 2. So like that we have to calculate the n value. Now substitute the given n value in the given equation. So work done is equal to mgl by 2 into n square means what? 2 square, that value is equal to 4. The work done value is equal to mgl by 8. Work done value is equal to what? mgl by 8. So that here what factor we have to remember means we have to calculate the small n value. What is the relation? Length of the hanging part is equal to 1 by L into capital L. Like this we have to get the n value. Already you know the formula work done is equal to mgl by 2n square. Next one. 14th problem. A particle of mass 1 kg is moving in a straight line, and its acceleration versus the displacement graph will be given by, as shown in the figure, work done by the force during x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 10 meters. X is equal to what? 0 to x is equal to 10 meters. What they told? A particle of mass mk. See the next problem. Problem number 14. Problem number 14. See here. They given acceleration displacement graph. Acceleration displacement graph. So the maximum acceleration value is equal to 5 meter per second square. Maximum displacement value is equal to 10 meters. Mass of the given object is equal to 1 kg. Mass of the given object is equal to what? 1 kg. What value they are asking? Work done by the applied force during x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 10 meters. X is equal to 0 to x is equal to 10 meters. So whenever the graphical problems are given, the work done by the applied force will be given by the area bounded by the force displacement graph. Area bounded by the force displacement graph. But here what they are given? Acceleration displacement graph is given. From this we calculate the force displacement graph. How can we calculate the force displacement graph? Force is equal to what you know? Force is equal to mass into acceleration. Mass value is equal to what? 1 kg. Acceleration is equal to what? 5. Therefore, the maximum force value is equal to what? Maximum force is equal to what? 5 Newton. So that from the acceleration time graph, we draw the force displacement graph. Force displacement graph. Here, what is the maximum force value? The maximum force value is equal to 5 Newton. Maximum displacement value is equal to what? 10 meters. Like this, we have to construct, we have to make force displacement graph. Now, work done value we have to calculate. So, work done value is equal to area bounded by the force displacement graph. Work done value is equal to what? Area bounded by the force displacement graph. It is in the form of a triangle. What is the area of the triangle? Half into base into height. Therefore, work done is equal to half into base into height. Half into, what is the base value? Displacement value, that value 10, and what is the height value? 5 newtons. So 2 5s are, that value is equal to what? 25 joule. That value is equal to what? 25 joule. Like this, from the acceleration displacement graph, I made what? Force displacement graph. Next. Problem number 15. Problem number 15. A particle is moving from the position R1 to R2 under the force of 4i plus j plus 3k. Find the work done. Already we told work done is equal to the scalar product of work done is equal to what? Scalar product of the force and the displacement. But here the displacement value is not given directly, but they given the position vectors. So displacement is equal to R2 bar minus R1 bar. Displacement is equal to what? R2 bar minus R1 bar. What is the R2? 14i plus 13j plus 9k. So that this value is equal to what? 14i cap plus 13j cap plus 9k cap plus 9k cap minus R1 bar is equal to what? 3i plus 2j minus 6k. Directly I am writing plus 3i becomes to what? Minus 3i minus 2j plus 6k. Minus 3i minus 2j plus 6k. Now you simplify the displacement value. 14 minus 3 11 plus 13 minus 2 11j plus 9 plus 6 15k. So this is the displacement vector. How can we calculate the displacement vector? Displacement vector S bar is equal to displacement vector S bar is equal to what? R2 bar minus R1 bar. You got the displacement vector is equal to 11a plus 11j plus 15k. Now we took the dot product of the force and displacement. Work done is equal to what is the applied force? Applied force value is equal to 4i plus j plus 3k dot 11i plus 11j plus 15k. Already I told, whenever you are doing the dot product, I dot I is equal to 1, j dot j is equal to 1, k dot k is equal to 1. So if you simplify, you will get that value is equal to 100 joules. That value is equal to what? 100 joules. Like that we have to solve the problem number 15. Next. 17th problem. It is also related to the work. A body is contained to move in the y direction. So what they told, the body will be restricted to move along the y direction. So that the displacement of the object will be along which direction? Along the y axis. The displacement of the given body will be restricted along y direction under the force of given by F bar is equal to minus 2i plus 15j plus 6k. So what is the force acting on the particle? Minus 2i plus 15j plus 6k. Whenever this much of force is acting on the particle will be traveling along which axis? Y axis. And the work done by this force in moving the body by a distance of 10 meters along the y axis. What is the displacement of the particle along the y axis? 10 meters into j cap. Vector notation. What is the displacement of the given particle along the y axis? 10 meters. So they are asking the work done. So already just now only we wrote. Work done is equal to F bar dot S bar. What is the F bar? Minus 2i plus 15j plus 6k dot 10j. Already what I told, whenever the dot product is given, so which vector component we have to multiply? I dot I, j dot j, k dot k. I dot j value 0 plus 15 into 10, 150 plus 6, k dot j value also is equal to 0. I dot j is equal to 0, I dot k is equal to 0. Only I dot I value equal to 1, j dot j value equal to 1 and k dot k value equal to 1. Here only j component will be there, so that we have to consider the j component only. So 15 times 150, therefore work done is equal to what? 150 joules. So work done is equal to what? 150. Next, problem number 90. A block of mass 2 kg is placed on the smooth horizontal surface. Over which surface the block will be placed? Along the smooth horizontal surface. Over the body two forces are acting. F1 is equal to 20 Newton. F2 is equal to 5 Newton. So over the given body, how many forces are acting? What is the F1 is equal to 20 Newton, F2 is equal to what? 5 Newton. Obviously the body will be traveling in this direction. So the body will be traveling in which direction? Towards the right side direction. Why? F1 will be greater than F2, so that the body will be traveling along the net force direction. Net force will be acting in which direction? In this direction. So that the displacement of the body will be acting towards right side direction. Now, what they are saying that if the block gets displaced by 5 meters in the direction of the net force. So what is the displacement of the body? Displacement of the body is equal to 5 meters. Displacement of the body will be equal to what? 5 meters. It is also adjusted in the direction of the net force. Displacement is always in which direction? Along the direction of the net force. Then what they are asking, see here. Then work done by the F2. Work done by F2, not work done by the net force. Don't confuse. Work done by the F2. So work done by the F2 is equal to F2 into S into cos theta. F2 into S into cos theta. If you look at the diagram, this is the direction of the displacement. This is the direction of the F2. So what is the angle between these two? 180 degrees. So therefore, what is the magnitude of F2? 5. And magnitude of displacement 5 cos 180. Cos 180 value is equal to minus 1. Therefore, work done value is equal to minus 25 joules. So work done value is equal to what? Minus 25 joules. Next, see here. It is also related to force displacement graph. This is a which graph? Force displacement graph. Already we discussed one problem related to the force displacement graph. Whenever the force displacement graph is given, the area bounded by the force displacement graph will be giving the work done. Area bounded by the Fs graph is equal to what? Now, already we told in the previous classes, work done above the x-axis will be taken as a positive. Work done above the x-axis, or area bounded by the graph above the x-axis will be taken as a positive. Area bounded by the graph below the x-axis will be taken as negative. So this total area will be giving the positive work done, this total area will be giving the negative work done. First we will calculate the positive work done. Positive work done. So here 3 different types of areas are there. So we have to calculate. Area of the triangle is equal to what? Half into base into height. So half into, for the first portion, what is the base? 1, and what is the height? Plus 10. Plus 10. Plus. For the second one, so it is in the form of a rectangle. For the rectangle, area is equal to length into breadth. Length of this portion is equal to 1. Length of that portion is equal to what? 1, and height of this portion is equal to 10. So this is the area of the second portion. Next, area of the third portion again it is in the form of a triangle. Base value 1, again height value 10. So here this is a 1 by 2 into 10, 5. It is a 1 by 2 10 into 1 by 2 into 10. This value is also 5. 5 plus 10 plus 5. So the work done above the positive x-axis value is equal to what? Plus 20 joules. Plus 20 joules. Next, negative work done. Negative work done. Here one triangle will be there. Again one rectangle will be there. For the triangle work done formula, half into base into height. Base value 1 and height value is equal to what? 10. Magnitude only we will do first. Plus. Again here one rectangle will be there. Area of the rectangle is equal to length into breadth. So again 1 into 10. So this value is equal to what? 15. 15. But which is a negative work done. Which is the negative work done. Therefore, total work done is equal to positive work done plus negative work done. 20 minus 15. But the value is equal to 5 joules. 20 minus 15. The value is equal to what? 5 joules. Simply what we have to calculate. Area bounded by the graph. Area bounded by the Fs graph will be giving the work done. So whenever the graphical problems are given, we must remember how can we calculate the area. If a triangular portion will be there, area of the triangle is equal to half BH. If a rectangular portion will be there, area is equal to what? Length into breadth. So that is about the numerical number 20. Next, problem number 21. A man of mass 50 kg is standing in an elevator. If the elevator will be moving up with an acceleration of g by 3, the work done by the normal reaction of the floor of the elevator and the man when the elevator is moving by a distance of 12 meters. So important problem 21. A person will be standing inside the elevator. A person will be standing inside the elevator and this elevator is moving in the upward direction. the elevator will be moving in the upward direction with an acceleration of g by 3. A is equal to what? C by 3. So whenever the lift is moving in the upward direction, normal reaction value is equal to m into g plus a. Normal reaction value is equal to what? M into g plus a. Why we are considering the normal reaction means, here they are asking that the work done by the normal reaction. Work done by the normal reaction. So m into g plus acceleration value is equal to what? G by 3. So this value is equal to 4g by 3, that is 4 by 3 into mg. Normal reaction value is equal to what? 4 by 3 into mg. Next, what is the displacement covered by the elevator? The displacement covered by the elevator is equal to S is equal to 12 meters. S is equal to 12 meters. So the displacement is also in the direction of the motion of the elevator. Normally the reaction also acting in the upward direction. If you look at the diagram, normal reaction and displacement both are acting in the same direction. Angle between them is equal to what? 0. Therefore, work done by the normal reaction is equal to normal reaction into displacement into cos theta. Here theta value is equal to what? 0. So what is the normal reaction value? 4 by 3. What is the mass of the man? 50 kg into g value 10. G value 10. 4 by 3 mg. 4 by 3. Mass of the person is equal to 50. G value they will be given by 10 into displacement is equal to what? 12. Displacement is equal to 12. So 3 4s. So if you simplify, you will get this value is equal to 8,000 joules. The value is equal to what? 8,000 joules. So like that we have to calculate the elevator problems. The first point we have to understood normal reaction exerted by the lift surface. Already we discussed. Whenever the lift is moving in the forward direction, normal reaction is equal to m into g plus a. Whenever it is moving in the downward direction, m into g minus a in the case of the lift problems. Next problem 22, very important. It is based upon work done by the variable force. See, a particle is moving along the x-axis under the action of the force. F is equal to 5x square minus 2x Newton. What is the variable force they given? F of x is equal to what? 5x square minus 2x. Work done by the force on the particle whenever it is moving from the origin to x is equal to 3 meter. Origin means x is equal to 0 up to the point of x2 is equal to what? 3 meter. So we are going to calculate work done by the variable force. So already we discussed work done by the variable force is equal to integral x1 to x2 f of x dx. Work done by the variable force is equal to what? Integral x1 to x2 f of x dx. Integral x1 is equal to from where to where? 0 to 3. F of x value is equal to what? 5x square minus 2x into dx. 5x square minus 2x into dx. So we will get the integration separately. Integral 5x square dx minus integral 2x dx. So limits from 0 to 3. Limits from 0 to 3. So 5 is a constant. Integral x square dx, that value is equal to x cube by 3. Integral x square dx value is equal to what? X cube by 3. 2 is a constant. Integral x dx is equal to what? X square by 2. 2 will be getting cancelled. So this is a 5 by 3. Limits from where to where? 3 to 0. First upper limit 3 cube minus 0 minus x square limits from 0 to 3. 3 square minus 0. If you simplify this value, you will get the answer will be 36 joules. The answer will be 36 joules. So whenever they will be given the work done by the variable force problems, what formula we have to remember? Work done by the variable force is equal to integral x1 to x2 f of x dx. Simply we have to do the integration. Already we know the formula, integral of x power n into dx. So this formula we have to remember, x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So by using this formula, we have to solve this type of numericals. Very important number. And see one more problem related to the work done by the variable force. It is also very important problem. See problem number 25. 25. A particle is moving under the influence of the force F is equal to Cx. So f of x value here they will be given by c into x, where c is the constant. And it is moving from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to x1, where c is the constant. Work done in this process is, again, limits will be given by x1 is equal to 0 to x2 is equal to x. Work done by the variable force. What is the formula? integral x1 to x2 f of x into dx. f of x into dx. Limits from 0 to x, 0 to x. f of x value is equal to what? C into x dx. Here c will be constant. Integral x dx. That is what? X square by 2. Limits from 0 to x. Therefore, that value is equal to what? Half c x square. Half c x square. So, same problem. Whenever the problems are related with the work done by the variable force, we keep in mind this formula and following the integration process. So, that is about problem number 25. Next one. Problem number 30. Important one. A person holds a bucket of weight 16 Newton. Problem number 30. So, what is the weight of the bucket they given? Weight of the bucket is equal to what? 16 Newton. 16 Newton. He walks 7 meters along the horizontal path. See, whenever he will be holding the bucket, its weight will be acting in the downward direction. What is the weight of the bucket? 16 Newton. And he will be walking along which direction? Horizontal direction. Horizontal direction. By how much distance? 7 meters. 7 meters. So, from here to here, so he was walked first from the point A to B. From the point A to B. And then he climbs a vertical distance of 5 meters. From this point, he will be climbs through a vertical distance of what? 5 meters. From the point B to C. From point A to B, he was moving along the horizontal direction. From the point B to C, the displacement will be in the vertically upward direction. Now, the work done by the man is work done by the man. So here, from the point A to B, from the point A to B, weight will be acting in the downward direction. Weight will be acting in the downward direction. Displacement will be along the horizontal direction. What is the angle between the force gamma displacement? 90 degrees. Therefore, in this case, work done for the AB portion is equal to what? 0. Work done for AB portion is equal to what? 0. Very, very important. Why work done is equal to 0? Force gamma displacements are acting along perpendicular directions, so that work done value is equal to 0. Next. From the point B to C, weight will be is equal to 16 Newton downwards, and the displacement will be in the upward direction, 5 meters. 5 meters. So first we will calculate the work done by the gravity. Work done by the gravity is equal to, gravitational force will be acting in the downward direction, displacement will be in the opposite direction, angle is equal to 1. Work done by the gravitational force, magnitude of the force, magnitude of the displacement, cos 180. Cos 180 value is equal to what? Minus 1. So, this value is equal to minus 300 joules. This value is equal to what? Work done by the gravitational force. So, work done by the man is equal to minus of work done by the gravitational force. Work done by the man is equal to what? Minus of work done by the gravitational force. Therefore, work done by the man is equal to plus 300 joules. Work done by the man is equal to what? Plus 300 joules. Very, very important. Simple logic, but most of the people are getting confusing by taking the directions of the force as well as the displacement. Very, very important. The next, problem number 33. A body of mass 1 kg is made to travel with uniform acceleration of 30 centimeter per second square over a distance of 2 meter. The work done to be. So, what are the given data? First we will write 33. Mass of the body will be given by 1 kg. Mass of the body is equal to what? 1 kg. Acceleration value is equal to 30 centimeter per second square. 30 centimeter per second square. First we convert the values into meter per second square. 30 into 10 power minus 2 meter per second square. That value will be 0.3 meter per second square. So first all the data we have to convert into the SI system. Next, what is the displacement of the body was given? Displacement is equal to S is equal to 2 meters. Work done. So what is the basic formula for the work done? Work done is equal to force into displacement. From the Newton's second law, work done is force is equal to what? MA into S. So mass is equal to 1, acceleration is equal to 0.3, displacement is equal to 2. Therefore, work done value is equal to what? 0.6 joules. 0.6 joules. So, we have to convert the data into the SI system. That was a very simple problem. Next one. Here, problem number 34 they give. Problem number 34. A force capital F is applied on the lawn roller at an angle of 60 degrees with the horizontal. 60 degrees with the horizontal. If it is moving through a distance of x, work done by the force is 34. So here a lawn mover will be there, a lawn roller will be there. So we are applying a force of F, which is making an angle of 60 degrees with the horizontal. Then it is moving to a distance of x. The displacement covered by the object is equal to x. Work done is equal to what? F bar dot S bar. F bar dot S bar, that is equal to Fs cos theta. Fs cos theta. Applied force is equal to F. Displacement x. Cos 60 value 1 by 2. Therefore, work done is equal to what? Fx by 2. Work done value is equal to what? Fx by 2. Next one. Problem number 3. A body of mass m kg. Problem number 38. A body of mass 3 kg is under a constant force which causes a displacement s in meters in a time t is given by the relation s is equal to 1 by 3 t square. Work done by the force in 2 seconds is. See. Problem number 38. What is the data they given? Mass of the body is equal to 3 kg and the displacement is related with the time, that is given by s is equal to half 1 by 3 into t square. So they are asking the work done by the force in 2 seconds. To calculate the work done, what we have to need? We have to need the acceleration and displacement covered by the object. So from this first I will calculate the velocity. Velocity is equal to rate of change of displacement. That value is equal to ds by dt. So 1 by 3 into d by dt of t square. D by dt of t square. 1 by 3 into d by dt of t square is equal to what? 2t. So this is the velocity value. Acceleration is equal to what? dv by dt. Acceleration is equal to what? dv by dt. So 2 by 3 is a constant. d by dt of t. That value is equal to 2. Acceleration value is equal to 2 by 3, whose value will be constant. What is the constant acceleration value? 2 by 3. But what we knew, so in a time of 2 seconds, what is the displacement covered by the object? So displacement covered by the object in 2 seconds is equal to 1 by 3 into, in the place of t, what we have to write? 2 square, the value is equal to 4 by 3. What is the displacement covered by the object in t is equal to 2 seconds? The value is equal to 4 by 3. Now, work done is equal to MAS. Work done is equal to what? MAS. Mass is equal to 3 kg. Acceleration is equal to 2 by 3. Displacement is equal to what? 4. 3 gets cancelled. Work done is equal to what? 8 by 3 joules. Work done is equal to what? 8 by 3 joules. Next problem 39, important one. A bucket of mass m is tied to a light rope, is lowered at a constant acceleration of g by 4. If the bucket is lowered by a distance of d, work done by the rope will be. Work done by the rope. See here. Problem number 13. So this is a rope or a light thread. For this rope, we connected a bucket. So this bucket will be lower. That means the bucket will be moving in which direction? Downward direction. The bucket will be lowered in downward direction at a constant acceleration of a is equal to g by 4. A is equal to what? G by 4. And the displacement covered by the bucket is equal to d. Displacement covered by the bucket is equal to what? D. Work done by the rope will be. Work done by the rope means what? In rope, which type of force will be developed? Tension will be developed. Already we discussed in the lift case problems. Whenever the lift is moving in the downward direction, normal reaction is equal to what? So here in the place of the normal reaction, we are taking the tension. So the tension developed within the rope whenever the bucket will be moving in the downward direction will be given by T is equal to M into G minus T. M into G minus A means what? G by 4. So G minus G by 4, 3G by 4. So the tension value is equal to 3mg by 4. Tension value is equal to what? 3mg by 4. So here the tension will be acting in which direction? Upward direction. Displacement will be acting in which direction? Downward direction. What is the angle between the tension and the displacement? 180 degrees. What is the angle between the tension and displacement? 180 degrees. So they are asking work done by the rope means that is nothing but work done by the tension. Work done by the tension. So work done by the tension is equal to tension into S into cos theta. So here the theta value is equal to what? 180. Therefore T value 3 mg by 4 and displacement is equal to d cos 180 minus 1. Therefore minus 3 mg d by 4. Work done by the tension or work done by the rope is equal to what? Minus 3 mg by 4. So very important problem. So that is our problem number 39. Next problem, important one, 40. A uniform rope of length L and a linear density mu is on the smooth table with a length of small l lying on the table. How much portion of the length of the chain will be on the surface of the table? Small l. So that for that first we will assume total length is equal to total length of the chain is equal to capital L and they mentioned the linear mass density. Linear mass density is defined as total mass by total length. The linear mass density will be defined as what? Total mass by total length. From this I will get the total mass capital M is equal to mu into capital M. Mu into capital M. So while we are deriving the general equation, we wrote that the length of the hanging part is equal to 1 by nth of the total length we taken there. So that here how much portion will be hanging from the edge of the table here? L minus small l. So that the length of chain which is hanging from the table is given by capital L minus small l. Capital L minus small l. So while you are deriving the general formula you wrote there, the length of the hanging part is equal to 1 by nth of total length you taken. Length of the hanging part is equal to what? 1 by nth of the total length. From this I will write n is equal to capital L by capital L minus small l. So here I need the small n value to substitute in the direct formula. Therefore, you got the small n is equal to capital L by capital L minus small l. You got the total mass of the chain also. Therefore, work done formula, you know the general formula. Work done is equal to mgl by 2n square. Mgl by 2n square. What is the m value here? Mu into l. Mu into l. G into capital L by 2 into. What is the n value? Capital L by capital L minus small l whole square. If you simplify this one, mu g l square by 2l square into capital L minus small l whole square. L square will be getting cancelled. So that what is the required equation here? Mu g into capital L minus small l whole square by 2. So this is the required answer. Work done is required to pull the total hanging part of the chain onto the table. So the first option is the correct. So here these two factors we have to understand. How can we get the total mass? How can you get the small l? Length of the hanging part is equal to 1 by nth portion of the total length. So this principle I consider to apply the formula of W is equal to mgl by 2l square. Mgl by 2l square. Very important. Next one. See here. In the problem number 43, a long rod ABC of mass m will be considered. So the long rod ABC will be considered. So first we will write mass of the rod is equal to what? Small l. So that is a uniform rod. Whenever they specified the uniform rod, which concept we have to remember? Center of gravity. So for the uniform rod, the total mass is present the total mass is the present wave at the center of gravity. For the uniform rod, where the total mass will be present at the center of gravity. So that the total mass of the rod will be present at the center of gravity means, if it is a uniform rod, center of gravity will be exactly existing at its geometrical center. So that the center of gravity will be coinciding with the point B according to the given problem. What they are doing that? So whatever the rod will be there, they want to make it vertical. By keeping the point A will be on the surface of the rod. So that the corresponding diagram for the given rod will be given by like this. So the point A will be on the surface of the ground and the point B will be at the middle whose mass is equal to m, and the point C will be at the top whose mass is equal to 2m. Now the work done to be make it vertical. See here, first we will write work done for the center of gravity. What height the center of gravity will be like this. Whenever the rod will be on the surface of the ground, center of gravity will be on the ground, and whenever the rod is made it vertical, the center of gravity will be rises by a distance of L by 2. Therefore, work done by the center of gravity is equal to m into g into height raised by the center of gravity. Already they told the mass of the given rod is equal to small m. Therefore, work done for the center of gravity is equal to, or work done for the rod is equal to m into g into height raised by the center of gravity is equal to what? L. That is the first work done that is related to the rod. Next. So the masses m comma 2m also rises through different heights. So the work done for the mass small m. Which is placed at the point B. So here the mass m is also rises by the same height of L by 2. Therefore, work done for the mass to lift from the horizontal position to the vertical position will be given by mgh1. So that mass will be g into what is the height raised? L by 2. This is for work done for the mass to make it vertical. Next, work done for the mass of 2m. So the 2m mass will be lifted through a height of h2 is equal to capital M. Therefore, work done for the mass 2m is equal to, its mass is equal to 2m. Acceleration due to gravity is equal to g. Whenever the rod is made vertical, how much height it was raised? It is nothing but the length of the given rod. Height raised by the mass 2m is nothing but length of the given rod. So that here in the place of h directly we are writing L. Therefore, work done for the mass 2m is equal to 2mgl. For the center of gravity mgl by 2. For the mass m, mgl by 2. For the mass 2m, 2mgl. Now, you add all the work dones. mgl by 2 plus mgl by 2. mgl plus 2mgl, 3mgl. Therefore, total work done is equal to what? 3mgl. Very important problems. Okay. So, for this, what we have to understood? What amount of height raised by the given mass? For the rod, center of gravity L by 2. For the mass small m, L by 2. For the mass 2m, capital M. So like this we have to solve this type of numericals. Very important. Next, problem number 45. Very important. It is also related to the lift concept. A block of mass m is kept on a platform. Which starts accelerating upwards. So this platform will be accelerating. Upwards, starting from the rest. So initially, what is the state of the platform? Initially, the given platform will be in the state of the rest, and it is uniformly accelerating upwards. During the time interval of capital T, during the time interval of capital T, work done by the contact force on the mass of capital M, on the mass of capital M. So here they are asking what? Work done by the contact force. First we will discuss the contact force value. Whenever this lift is moving in the upward direction with a constant acceleration, the normal reaction acting on the block of mass M will be given by M is equal to M into G plus C. Already we know very well. Whenever the lift is moving in the upward direction, normal reaction exerted by the lift surface is equal to what? N is equal to M into G plus C. Now, here they are asking the work done. Work done is equal to what? Of force into displacement. They are asking the work done with respect to the normal reaction. Okay, next. The motion will be in the upward direction, so that the displacement of the lift is also in the upward direction. So how can we calculate the displacement? They mentioned it is starting from the rest. It is starting from the rest. Therefore, to calculate the displacement, we are using the equation S is equal to ut plus half v square. S is equal to what? Ut plus half v square. S is equal to, initially it is in the state of the rest, so this value is equal to 0, half into acceleration they mentioned as a. Acceleration value is equal to what? A, and in what time? In a time interval of capital T. In a time interval of capital T. Half into A into T square. But already we told, whenever the lift is moving in the upward direction, the acceleration value will be taken as G plus A. Net acceleration is equal to what? G plus A. So that displacement value is equal to, here we have to write A net, half into, in the place of A, we have to write G plus A into T square. Equation number 2. So normal reaction value is equal to what? N is equal to M into G plus A. Displacement is equal to what? Half into G plus A into T square. Why we write G plus A here? Whenever the lift will be moving in the upward direction, effective acceleration is equal to G plus A. Whenever it is moving in the downward direction, effective acceleration is equal to G minus A. And since these two will be in the same direction, theta value is equal to 0. Directly we will write work done is equal to N into S. So what is the N value? M into G plus A. S value half into G plus A into T square. Therefore, half into M into G plus A into G plus A. G plus A whole square into T square. So very important conceptual questions. First we have to understand the normal reaction and we have to understand the displacement covered by the object in a time of T seconds. So that is a half into M into G plus A whole square into T square. Next. Problem number 48, important one. A force F bar is equal to 3I plus 4J. What is the force acting on the particle? 3I plus 4J. 3I plus 4J. He is acting on the particle which is moving in the XY plane. He is acting on the given particle which is traveling in the XY plane. Starting from the origin, the particle first goes along the x-axis and then along the y-axis. Along the y-axis as shown in the figure. The work done by the force on the particle will be. So the particle will be starting from where? It is starting from the origin and first it was traveling along the x-axis and then along the y-axis and finally reaching the point B. So they mentioned the coordinates along the x-axis as well as the y-axis. Then you calculate the work done. So here work done is equal to what? Of force into displacement. So what is the displacement of the particle? The displacement vector is always drawn from where to where? Initial position to the final position. So that which is giving the displacement vector. So that what is the initial coordinates? 0, 0. Final coordinates is equal to what? 4, 3. Initial coordinates is equal to what? 0, 0. Final coordinates is equal to what? 4, 3. Therefore, displacement vector is equal to 4 minus 0 into I cap plus 3 minus 0 into j cap. Like this we have to write the displacement vector. Therefore, this value 4I plus 3j. Displacement vector is equal to what? 4I plus 3j. Simply they are asking the work done. Work done is equal to what? F bar dot S bar, that is equal to, F bar is equal to 3I plus 4j dot 4I plus 3j. So already we told I components only we have to multiply, J components only we have to multiply. 3 4s are 1 plus 4 3s are 1. So that is equal to 24 joules. 24 joules. So here what is the logic we have to understood? Even though the particle is traveling along the x-axis and then turned along the y-axis, first we have to find the displacement vector. Displacement vector is always drawn from initial position to the final position. Displacement vector is always drawn from where to where? Initial position to the final position. So displacement vector is equal to 4i plus 3j, force is equal to what? 3i plus 4j, work done is equal to f bar dot s bar. The final answer is what? 24 joules. So these are the numericals about first part, there is a work done. Okay. The second part, kinetic energy and potential energy concept. In that, up to the problem 68, all are theory bits, you solve it. Now, problem number 69. 69. The kinetic energy of the body will be increased by 44%. What is the percentage increase in the momentum? What is the percentage increase in the momentum? See, important question. Initially, I am assuming that kinetic energy K1 is equal to K, or that value is equal to 100 by 100 into K. What I am assuming that the initial kinetic energy of the particle is equal to K1 is equal to K, that is 100 by 100 into K. If it is increased by 44%, the K2 value becomes to be 144 by 100 into K. 144 by 100 into K. So that is the K1 comma K2 values. They are asking percentage increase in the momentum. So what is the relation between the kinetic energy and linear momentum? Kinetic energy is directly proportional to what? P square. Therefore, P square is directly proportional to K. I will write P2 square by P1 square is equal to K2 by K1. P2 square by P1 square is equal to what? K2 by K1. K2 by K1 value is equal to 144 by 100. K2 by K1 value is equal to what? 144 by 100. From this, P2 by P1 value is equal to, if you take the square root, 12 by 10. 12 by 10. So the ratio of the momentum you got. But I want to calculate the percentage change in momentum. For that, simply you subtract 1 on both sides. 12 by 10 minus 1. So this becomes to what? P2 minus P1 by P1. That value is equal to 2 by 10. You need the percentage. That's why multiply with 100 on both sides. So 10 tens, that value is equal to 20%. 20%. Like that we have to solve problem number 69. Next. Problem number 72. If a body of mass 3 kg is dropped from a top of a tower of height 25 meters. 72. So here a body will be dropped from the top of a tower. Dropped means what? Initial velocity is equal to 0. Initial velocity is equal to what? 0. And what is the height of the tower? The height of the tower is equal to 25 meters. Height of the tower is equal to what? 25 meters. Then the kinetic energy after 1 second is, suppose the object will be reaches from here to here in a time of t is equal to 1 seconds. Whenever the object will be dropped from the top height, so the object will be gaining the velocity. So here it is having some final velocity. So what is the velocity of the object in the freely falling motion means v is equal to zt after t seconds. Why initial velocity is equal to 0. So g value they mentioned as a 10. Therefore, after 1 second the velocity will be, after 1 second. So 10 into 1, the value is equal to 10 meter per second. 10 meter per second. Next. Mass of the body will be given by 3 kg. Therefore, its the kinetic energy K is equal to half mv square. Half into mass is equal to 3. V value 10. V square means what? 100. So this is a 250s. 150 joules. Kinetic energy value is equal to what? 150 joules. Like that we have to solve that numerical. Next. Problem number 75. Problem number 75. A man standing on the edge of the roof. The man standing will be on the edge of the roof of a 20 meter tall building. 20 meter tall building. Projects a ball of mass 100 gram vertically up with a speed of 10 meter per second. The kinetic energy of the ball when it reaches the ground will be. So it is based upon the work energy theorem concept. So a person will be standing on the edge of a roof, on the edge of a roof, and he will be projecting the ball vertically upwards. He will be projecting the ball vertically upwards with a velocity of 10 meter per second, with a velocity of 10 meter per second. If a body was projected vertically upwards, the trajectory of the body will be like this, and it will be strikes the ground. It will be strikes the ground with the final velocity v. With the final velocity v. Now, what they are asking, the kinetic energy of the ball when it reaches the ground will be. The kinetic energy of the ball when it reaches the ground will be. So, to solve this numerical, I will go through the work energy theorem. What is the work energy theorem? Work done by all the forces is equal to change in kinetic energy. Work done by all the forces is equal to what? Change in kinetic energy. Here, which force is acting on the body? Gravitational force. Here, see here, the gravitational force will be acting in the downward direction, and the displacement of the body is also in the downward direction. Why? It is the initial position, this is the final position, so that the displacement vector will be always drawn from initial position to the final position. Therefore, work done by the gravitational force is equal to mgh. H is a what? Height of the tall building, and final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. Which value they are asking? They are asking directly the final kinetic energy value. Therefore, final kinetic energy is equal to initial kinetic energy plus mgh. How can you get the initial kinetic energy? Half mu square. Half mu square plus mgh. So, all the values are there. What is the mass of the given object? The value is equal to 100 gram. H value is equal to 20 meters. Substitute all the values. Half into m is equal to 100 into 10 power minus 3, and u value is equal to what? U value 10 square plus again 100 into 10 power minus 3, g value you take a 10, h is equal to 20. If you substitute all these values and then simplify, you will get the final kinetic energy is equal to what? 25 joules. So, which theorem we have to apply here? Work energy theorem. Work done by all the forces is equal to what? Change in kinetic energy. So, like this we have to solve the problem number 75, important one. So, problem number 76, the kinetic energy of the body will be given by k if 1/4 of the mass is removed and the velocity value will be double. Its new kinetic energy is. See here. We know the general formula for the kinetic energy, that is k is equal to half mv square. K is equal to what? Half mv square. Initially we are assuming that initial mass is equal to m, initial velocity is equal to v. They mentioned velocity will be doubled. But what they told, 1/4 of the mass will be removed. If 1/4 of the mass was removed, how much mass was present means the mass present will be 3/4 of the total mass. 3/4 of the total mass. Then they are asking the new kinetic energy. From this relation I will write K2 by K1 is equal to M2 by M1 V2 square by V1 square. So, K is directly proportional to MV square. K2 by K1 is equal to M2 by M1 V2 square by V1 square. What is the M2 here? 3/4M by M1M, and V2 square means what? 2V, that is 4V square by V square. V square, M will be getting cancelled. So, that is equal to 3/4 into 4. Again 4 comma 4 will be getting cancelled. Therefore, K2 is equal to 3K1. So, K2 value is equal to what? 3K. K2 value equal to what? 3K. Important numerical. Next. Problem number 77. An inelastic ball falls from a height of 100 meters. So, in 77, a ball will be falling from what height? H is equal to 100 meters. H is equal to what? 100 meters. If it is loses 20% of its energy due to the impact, the ball will now rises to a height of. See here. First, whenever the ball will be placed at the topmost point calling as A, its potential energy value is equal to, potential energy value will be taken as what? mgh. So, whenever the ball will be striking the floor, how much energy will be wasted? 20% energy will be wasted. As a result, the ball will be traveling upwards with an energy of 80%. 80%. So, the final potential energy will be given by 80% of initial potential energy. So, how much energy will be lost here? 20% energy will be lost, so that the ball will be moving in the upward direction with how much percentage of the energy? The ball will be moving in the upward direction with an energy of 80% of the initial energy. 80% of initial energy. Therefore, I will write mgh dash is equal to 80 by 100 into mgh. mgh dash is equal to what? 80 by 100 into mgh. mg will be getting cancelled. H dash is equal to 80 by 100 into 100. 100 cancel. H dash is equal to 80 meters. H dash is equal to what? 80 meters. Logic based questions, but important one. Next one. Problem number 79. That is a graphical question. Graphical question. See here. The graph between kinetic energy and 1 by P is. 1 by P is. See here. The graph between any two physical quantities, will be rectangular hyperbola whenever they will be in the inverse ratio. Generally, kinetic energy E is equal to what? P square by 2m, and root E is directly proportional to P. Where E is indicating what? Kinetic energy. But in this case, these two physical quantities are not related directly. They will be related by inverse ratio. If a physical quantity which is taking along the y-axis is inversely proportional to the physical quantity along the x-axis, the corresponding graph will be the rectangular hyperbola. So that the correct option for the 79 question will be third option. Theory based question. Okay, next. Problem number 80. It's another very important question. Two inclined frictionless tracks. One gradual and other one is steep. Meet at the point A, from where two stones are allowed to slide down from the rest. The speed of the two stones on reaching the bottom are v1, v2 respectively. The v1, v2 are related as. Already we discussed in the case of the smooth inclined plane. You wrote two formulas there. One is velocity of the body on reaching the smooth inclined plane is equal to v is equal to under root of 2gl sin theta. This is the formula you derived in the case of the friction. But in the case of the work power energy, we told that the velocity acquired by the body on reaching the ground is equal to, on reaching the bottom of the inclined plane is equal to, v is equal to under root of 2gh. V is equal to under root of 2gh. H is indicating the height of the inclined plane. If you look at the diagram, in the hint they given directly. For both the surfaces, the vertical height will be remain same. So that from this formula, the velocity of the object will be depends upon the height of the inclined plane. Velocity of the object will be depends upon what? Height of the inclined plane. For both the inclined surfaces, height will be remain same. So that the velocities acquired by both the balls on reaching their respective bottoms will be remain same. Theory question, but twisting. So for making the confusion, they are giving the theta 1, theta 2 values. Whenever you know the length values, then only you have to apply theta 1, theta 2. Here they didn't mention any length of the inclined surfaces, so that we must go through the formula v is equal to under root of 2gh, so that v1 is equal to v2, which is depends upon the height of the inclined plane only. For both the planes, height will be remain same, so that velocity acquired by them will be remain same. Next one. Problem number 83. The kinetic energy of a body is given by the relation K is equal to, kinetic energy of a body will be given by the relation K is equal to what? 2v square. It's the momentum when traveling with a velocity of 2 meters per second is. So a body will be in the motion. For the moving body, the kinetic energy will be given by the relation of k is equal to 2 into v square. And what value they are asking? They will be asking the momentum of the body when the speed will be given by 2 meter per second. So when you calculate the momentum of the given object, the momentum of the given object formula will be given by P is equal to mv. They mentioned the velocity value, but they didn't given the mass of the given body. So first we have to calculate mass of the given object. From this relation, kinetic energy formula is equal to what? Half mv square. Kinetic energy formula is equal to what? Half mv square, and whose value is equal to 2v square. V square will be getting cancelled. From this, m is equal to 4 kg. M is equal to what? 4 kg. Therefore, momentum P is equal to 4 into 2, that is 8. That is equal to what? 8. So the correct option is what? 80. For the problem number 83, third option will be the correct answer. Next, problem number 86. Problem number 86. 86. The potential energy of a body of mass m is given by the relation U is equal to ax plus by. The potential energy problem, that is 86, first problem they are given. So the potential energy of the given body will be given by the relation U is equal to ax plus by, where x comma y are the position coordinates of the particles. The acceleration of the particle is already we told for the conservative forces, F is equal to, we told, minus du by dr. For the conservative forces, F is equal to what? Minus du by dr. R means what? Position vector. Here the particle will be present in the xy plane. First I will be calculating the fx value, then fy value. Okay. See here, fx is equal to minus d by dx of u, minus d by dx of u, minus d by dx of u is equal to what? Ax plus by. Here, minus d by dx of ax minus d by dx of by. Minus d by dx of ax minus d by dx of by. A will be the constant, so this value is equal to dx by dx minus the derivative of x with respect to the y coordinate, that value is equal to 0. D by dx of by. Whenever you are derivating with respect to the x, whenever the another physical quantities are there, another coordinates are there, their derivative value will be is equal to what? 0. Therefore, fx value is equal to minus a. Fx value is equal to what? Minus a. So that is the component of the force which is acting along the x-axis. Similarly, we are going to calculate Fy. Fy is equal to what? Minus d by dy of u. So that minus d by dy of ax plus by. So here, for the x component derivative with respect to y is equal to 0, directly we are writing. Therefore, minus d by dy of by, its value is equal to minus b. So value is equal to what? Minus b. So you got fx comma fy values. The particle is moving along the xy plane. So I want to calculate net force is equal to under root of fx square plus fy square. Therefore, fx value is equal to what? Minus a whole square plus minus b whole square. So this is under root of a square plus b square, that value a square plus b square whole power 1 by 2. What is that? F net. Now, what value they are asking? The acceleration of the particle. According to the Newton's second law, F net is equal to ma or ma naught we will took. Here already a will be there. So, acceleration of the particle will be assuming as a naught. M into a naught is equal to a square plus b square whole power 1 by 2. Therefore, acceleration a naught is equal to 1 by m into a square plus b square whole power 1 by 2. The required acceleration value is equal to what? 1 by m into a square plus b square whole power 1 by 2. So these are the different methods, different problems from. Okay. So these are the numericals about work done and kinetic energy and potential energy. The remaining numericals we are going to solve in the next class. Okay. Thank you.